Hey there, it's Lucas Catton, and I wanted to share something with you that I recently purchased for myself, that I started using for myself, that I'd actually found out about 2 year and a half or 2 years ago, and it's something called an Alpha-Stim device. And this device is actually FDA approved to treat anxiety, depression, and insomnia. And they also have like a higher level device that also treats pain. But what it does is it's a cranial electrotherapy stimulation device, or CES device. And I personally got it because it helps put your brain into an alpha brainwave state. You just clip the two little ends onto your ear, you turn it on, it sends this patented signal through, and they have over 100 studies that have been done, including the National Health Service over in the UK, including with the US military, and many different applications. And that's how it also got approved to treat these things. And interestingly enough, it has, very little or no known side effects. Like if you turn up the amplitude too high, you could get a little dizzy, so you need to turn it back down. But unlike medications, for example, to treat these things that you then have potentially some dependency on, or if you want to get off of them, you have to wean off of it, or there might be some side effects, etc. This doesn't carry that. So it's approved to treat these things, and I got it for meditation. And if you know much about meditation, one of the benefits of it is that you can drop into an alpha brainwave state while you're doing it. And so I got it because this was sort of like a hack to get into a deeper meditative state faster. And so that's why I initially purchased it. And what I happen to find, though, is that are there times where I'm anxious? Absolutely. And are there times where I'm sad? Absolutely. And I found that I've become more calm. I found that I've become happier as a result. And it's only been a couple of weeks. So I've had to distinguish, like, is this really because of the device, or am I, wanting to feel better because I want it to work, or what's really going on here? What I can say is, from an honest perspective, yes, I've felt more calm. I've also been more satisfied just with myself as a whole. And so, in terms of the anxiety and depression part, I can speak for some of that. But really on the meditative side of things, I have found without a doubt that I am able to get into a deeper meditative state faster and to be there for longer. Like I might be able to sit, like most of my meditations are guided meditations. I also do sitting silent meditation. And when I'm doing sitting silent meditation before, sometimes it takes a little while to settle in, and you focus on your breathing and you're being still and being present. And it may take a little bit because you got thinking going on. You got to allow your thoughts to move on and recenter and things like that. Whereas what I found with this device is that it shuts off a lot of that extra chatter. Not completely, of course, because it happens, but it minimizes that to a greater degree, and then allows me to be there in this state again more comfortably, longer, and get there quicker and be deeper in meditation. I've had some pretty, as it shuts down some of this other stuff that's going on, and you're able to be there, then I've had some pretty wonderful insights. Like it makes room for these to come up through your silent sitting meditation. And so if you are looking for something to help you in your meditative practice, I would definitely recommend this, even though that's not what it's for. That's what I've got it for, and that's what I use it for, and it's wonderful. If you want to consult a doctor and get this to treat anxiety or depression or insomnia, I would recommend that for sure to take a look at as something to do. And I'm not, by the way, compensated by them at all. So this isn't like a promotional thing for them in any case. But it was also part of this greater discussion of things that's coming up, because I spoke to a couple other colleagues in the behavioral health field recently, and two of them brought up two different devices to me. And one of them was an NET device. A neuroelectric therapy device that treats substance use and helps to reset brain stuff. And they're working on FDA approval. It's been around forever. And they've done some amazing studies in other countries and shown it to be highly effective. There's also an FDA approved device called a bridge device, which is a neurostimulation or bridge neurostimulation, electro auricular device, which means it actually attaches to parts of your ear and sends the signal into an ear and mitigates the pain through opioid withdrawal symptom. And people are able to withdraw from opiates, painkillers, heroin, etc. And this helps to really reduce those withdrawal symptoms, especially the pain and discomfort associated with that, simply by sending an electrical signal. And there's other types of devices that are out there as well. And I won't go into some of them, but the point being that technology, and from a medical device standpoint, and also from potentially spiritual and mental, emotional, etc., our bodies we are electromagnetic signal receivers and senders. We are emitting a wavelength at any given point in time, and these messages carry signals, and we are able to receive these signals all the way down to a cellular level. And so when we can treat something like our natural brain functions, for example, with an electronic signal, not as in like a radiation wave that people are really worried about, but a very low signal that is highly effective with no side effects, does wonders for people. And when you can address some of these things without potentially the additional side effects of other medications, and I'm not anti-medication. Some people do both. Some respond better to one than the other. Like there's lots of different things. And my personal standpoint is whatever works for any individual is what they should do. And and also to go along with that, whatever causes the least amount of harm to achieve the end result. So if you can become less anxious and treat an anxiety situation without having potential dependency on a benzodiazepine like Xanax, lithium or Librium, or Ativan, or something along that line, then wonderful. That'd be a wonderful thing. You can do this for an hour a day, and it's fantastic. If you can address something else, depression, without having to take an SSRI and some of the side effects that come with that, wonderful. Then that's fantastic. So I think there's going to be more of these coming out, not only in the substance use and mental health fields, behavioral health as a whole that I do a lot of work in, but also just from a total health perspective. There are things that maybe aren't FDA approved yet, but have been working in other countries for a long time. Like I talked about the NET device, and other things like that will be coming up through this. And as people realize that there are ways to address things in a wavelength or signal form electronically, we are electromagnetic fields as a whole, when we can address those and send messages to our bodies to recorrect, to attack illnesses, or to regulate production of endorphins, or to do all these different things that require signaling, that our brains do send these signals anyways. And if we can jump on that or assist that in a small electrical device to improve that rather rapidly, then this is a wonderful thing. So again, I encourage you to check out the Alpha-Stim device, and I'll put a link to it in the description below. And if you know someone who's looking for any kind of feedback or assistance on other types of devices, feel free to send me a note, and I'll do that. If you have tried some other ones, I'd love to hear some comments from you and share it, or have heard some other good ones. Again, that's not for everybody. I'm not trying to say not to use pharmaceuticals at all. That's not it at all. It's just that this has been a really cool thing so far that I've added to my life, and I wanted to share that with you. So that's about all I got for now. Until next time, hit me up anytime, lucascatton.com, and take care.